Today's episode of Mob Rules is brought to you by John needing money. Give John money.
That was a abrupt,
Wow.
abrupt 10.
Jeez, dude.
I meant to hit like the fade all, and
Yikes.
it just didn't happen because my Four Loko crack was not quite as timely or as good as I thought it was.
I'm sampling the bouquet.
the bouquet. Yeah, this episode of Mob Rules, going back to the well a little bit, is brought to you by Four Loko.
Which is the only drink that John could afford because they were on sale for $2 for $5 at the store.
Man. Never buy a truck. That's all I'm going to say. I find it ironic, and I think I said this in a kind of our team chat here, that it's October. Yeah, my psychic will for my truck to just work did not work.
You just don't have enough faith
Fucking
in the wall.
Games Workshop, man. It's supposed to be October. It's not. Danny, you were sampling a peach Four Loko tonight, right? We're both.
Yeah, we're twinsies, dude.
Twinsies. We both have peach Four Loko.
Are you sure? You know what? We really should get them rebranded for when we do this, so that it's 40K Loco or something.
Oh.
So because we're not getting money from Four Loko.
I mean, we're not getting money from GW either.
Four Loco's not getting money from Four Loko.
Ouch.
Hey, welcome to Saturday, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to last minute changes to release schedules. As we receive a lot of awesome stuff, we get to look at all these cool things, and then we get told, hey guys, don't talk about them until the day after you've usually released your episodes. We've kind of made a decision to just release it a day later.
Yeah. I think it's a good move.
I think it's a great move. It means I can do that editing and like Friday night
Don't
at
let them
midnight.
know about behind the scenes. Come on. Keep that on the front. It's got to stay on the forefront. John has
man.
never once been editing the podcast Thursday night at midnight / Friday morning.
Let me
at
tell
7
you
a.m.
a story about the Apple Store.
Keep that on the down logo.
Are you going to lose our Apple sponsorship? What's next? BCP? Gonna shit on them too? Come on.
No, they did really good. But I had like my screen was messing up, and because I have an iMac, that means my entire computer needed to be repaired. And then in the process of replacing the screen, they broke like I think they called it like it was something stupid like the central controller master unit or something. I was like, oh, that sounds important. And like, yeah, you can run it. Also, it's bound back order. So I'm like, oh, cool. Can I have this back by Wednesday? They're like, hopefully by Friday. And I'm like, cool. But it got fixed. I picked it up Thursday. It's a small $600 fee. And then,
Oh my God.
Should get Apple Care.
well, ironically, even if I did have Apple Care, it was exactly 1 month after Apple Care would have expired.
You should just keep getting Apple Care.
You can't roll it over, can you?
I don't know.
I don't think you can.
I get new Apple Care every time I break my phone, which is approximately 1 month before Apple Care expires.
Is it an accidental breakage 1 month before Apple Care?
Well, this last time it was.
Hypothetically. it could be.
Hypothetically.
I don't know what happened. I definitely didn't throw it down a flight of stairs.
How did this pen go through the screen?
Forcefully.
Forcefully. But yeah.
I pounded it through.
Whew.
Ooh, things Dave does on the weekends for money. But yeah, so we got that out and edited and all kinds of fun there. But one of the other reasons we're changing it to Saturdays is today we're going to talk about Speed Freaks.
Yeah.
Which is, sound effects of plastic sitting in front of us.
It's great radio.
It's great radio, man. I do the best radio.
Honestly, I'm going to... That's me rubbing the sprue on the microphone.
That wasn't a sprue. And let's never see you. I never want to use that mic again, John.
Oh, that's the rule book?
That's a rule book. Rubbing against the microphone. I'm also going to talk some demons.
And my dick.
We are? Oh, I didn't know anything. I didn't research demons at all.
Well, I didn't research it at all, but I've been listening to Talon of Horus, and that's, oh my God, so good. Oh, it's amazing. I've just finished the part where they meet the Navigator. Oh, no, the Emperor dude. Oh, no. Spoilers, but yeah.
Wow.
It's...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like when they're in the warp?
Yeah.
I felt like I was listening to somebody read me the audiobook right there for a minute.
No.
The crisp descriptions.
Yeah. and the guy did a thing
with his thing.
and it was good, I guess.
Maybe.
The end.
Two guys.
Danny was only just recently knocked out a top spot for demons.
Oh,
Well, top 3, right? So my name was up there.
Yeah. So
So-
we'll if we have time, we'll talk a little bit of demons. But these 4 local cans are short, and our ability to stay on track is not impressive at all.
not this week.
Yeah, I would say arguably non-existent.
But yeah, before we kind of go any further forward, Dave, what you been up to?
Oh man, I have been working on custo jet bikes like a madman, and helping Cody make Death Watch dudes, and that feels like it. And I looked, I don't know what happened, but we recorded the last podcast. I started working on stuff, and then I looked up, and it was time to record the podcast again.
Yeah, that happened to me too.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
I didn't get anything done. I didn't get any games played. I purposely did not release a Tabletop Plus video because I'm working on some stuff for the Speed Freaks that is going to be releasing Saturday. So, sorry, Justin, that I didn't do Tabletop Plus this week, and then pretended like I didn't notice so that nobody would say anything, but called me out on it because you're a jerk and I hate you. I mean, a good fan, loyal fan.
I think the term is super fan.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
But, yeah. That's
That's about the long and the short of it, huh?
I have listened to both Eisenhorn audiobooks I have yet again.
Do you listen to Hereticus yet?
No, I bought that to read. I'm going to sit down and
Ooh,
read it.
okay, good.
Ooh, spicy. It's good.
Other than that, I've been hitting the gym because I'm going Primaris strong for Vegas, and I've lost 16 pounds. So that's really
You're
where
going to
my
go
shit's
missing
been.
for thousands of years and come out to replace a shittier player.
Yeah.
I mean, hold on a second. Is that a
Shut
real
up.
allegory
Shut up.
for Dave's 40K career?
I feel he should be the original Marine in this metaphor.
No.
Yeah.
No, there's a Stormcast strong movement to get gamers into Age of Sigmar players into shape before their next tournament.
Wait, Stormcast strong?
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't they just have to be repeatedly killed and become less and less human each time?
Yeah, they got to get reborn stronger and meaner. So a couple of us started Primaris strong, just because.
No one likes Primaris.
as a counter movement.
Yeah,
As a counter move.
because nobody likes Stormcast Eternals. So
No one likes Primaris.
I mean, it should be Nighthaunt strong.
Oh,
if
wait,
anything.
hold on.
Though-
I like Primaris and I like Stormcast, so
Though our buddy Nate,
Oh, really? So I shouldn't get you the 500 store anniversary special model?
no,
Is that what you
Dave.
just said? Because
No,
they don't have a Stormcast.
No, Dave.
oh
That's
man,
fine.
look at Dave lording his contacts
I
over
know.
us.
He's just. We live an abused life over here at Mob
Yeah,
Rules
it's pretty
Strong
bad.
and I
It's
do.
pretty bad for you two.
I couldn't even finish that. That just
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
true.
it's so abusive.
Terrible. Off the air, I take all this punishment, but then off the air, I'm just beating the two of you
Yeah,
regularly.
you want that
Yeah.
limited edition model? You better fucking give me more airtime.
Yeah.
Better edit me favorably
Things Dave has never said for $100 bucks.
because I edited them away.
Airbrush my face. Right. You should see real Dave.
Yeah, he's in full makeup right now. We
Yeah.
keep telling them this is a video.
I think I look good as David Bowie.
I think you'd be really familiar with how radio programs worked.
Yeah. I don't know if you got that, Dave. He's referring to the fact that when you were
I got
growing
it.
up,
Yeah,
there was
thanks.
no TV,
I got
and
it.
it was the advent of
radio
radio.
dramas. I was
Right, and radio dramas
still-
were kind of
still
audio
waiting for my
plays.
decoder ring for my Ovaltine.
Oh, man.
All right,
What
that's
do you-
it. That's
what-
it for Dave.
What even were those words? What's an Ovaltine?
Drink more Ovaltine. Son of a bitch. So Danny,
Man, I've had a pretty busy last couple of weeks, to be honest with you. I've been getting 2 games in a week pretty consistently, I think.
Yeah,
During the
you
week,
have.
Which is good because I'm trying out a bunch of different stuff. I'm playing Tyranids and Necrons, and I played a game with a bunch of Primaris Marines randomly the other day. That was pretty fun.
not for your opponent, from what I remember.
Oh man, no, he got rallied. But I mean, yeah, 30 Primaris Marines and a little Death Blob seem like they're pretty good. What else? Oh yeah, I played in a tournament this weekend.
Nice. It was a
spooky tournament.
Spooky
themed.
tournament, yeah.
Because it's October, so it was ghost themed.
Sure. No,
Yeah.
There are other holidays in October, right? Like besides.
I mean, you
Orc
wouldn't
Day.
think about it. We're looking at the internet recently.
But I played Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, I found a spooky soundboard.
Oh, nice. Are those chains?
Yeah.
Oh, it sounded like Jingle Bells.
So you played in a tournament this weekend.
Dude, this is weird. All right. Sorry. The sounds were giving me a flashback.
That wasn't sound. That was just Dave.
What? Is that I was going to say, is that a pooping noise?
I got a diaper on. It's fine.
Yeah.
That's what happens when your wolfen gets a hairball.
Clogs you up. Anyway, so I played in that tournament. I played. I brought a Tantalus because I got one of those, and then I also brought my Cobra. So I brought like 2 super big models.
I'm surprised that you're out of jail after you stole that Tantalus for what you got it for.
Yeah, it was a pretty good deal.
Man, you're abusing your celebrity.
My connections. Yeah, Mike's celebrity, right? That's what it is. So I won that event, which was great. I won a Carnifex Brood.
That's rad.
Yeah, I'm super excited to build those.
Was there any kind of particular reasoning behind the Carnifex Brood, or did you pick that? Or?
Oh, I picked that
Oh,
myself.
okay. Right, okay.
So I got a gift certificate, and then I was like,
I just didn't know if they were like,
So they
this is spooky
They
here.
actually had a Carnifex Brood there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
Like
MJ
randomly.
is great. They have like a lot of random kits.
Yeah, never what I need usually.
I almost got the new Shadespire set because I was like, this is I'll probably use this, but then I was like, oh, but Carnifex Brood, that's sexy. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that Carnifex Brood.
Can one of them be made as old One Eye?
Oh yeah, both.
Nice.
I could make both of them as old One Eye if I wanted to.
Well,
but
you can only have one.
one old One Eye.
Unless you just strong arm your will on your opponent.
I mean,
in which case
let's
you
call
can
it what it
have
is.
as
The
many
guy
as you
that
want.
named Old One Eye, he was like, let's go penis named for this. you know that was the case. Because I mean,
Oh, see, now we have to have a new segment of genitalia sounding tyrannids.
The Doom of Malin's
well,
Eye.
they don't have to all sound like it. Some of them just look like it.
That sounds like an STD.
Yeah, it
What
does.
was it?
The parasite.
Old vulva.
The neuranthrope and the zoanthrope both just look like somebody.
Old
grabbed
axe wound. You
testicles,
don't want to fight that guy.
just wrapped a sack up and tried to show you the goat. Is that what it was?
What's the cult called? Oh, it's the cervix.
Oh,
The cervix mictorum. Oh no, the cervix
the balls
clitorum.
lord.
The balls.
Don't mess with him.
Oh, don't mess with the balls, Lord.
So glad Eric, who plays Tyranids, doesn't listen to this.
I don't know.
The Red Terror could be like I don't even.
I mean,
have to change anything
already
there.
that's already out there.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that was a fun event. I kind of got this idea. I saw this Carnifex that was all chained up, and it was being pulled into battle by some Gene Stealer cultists.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
right,
that looked
right, I saw
really
that.
good.
I kind of want to do like all of my Tyranids as like caged Tyranids that the Gene Stealer cult is like unleashing on people.
But
Like,
you
I
have
thought that would be a cool
like
army.
37 zoanthropes.
Yeah.
so your fluff would be 39 zoanthropes psychically controlling cultists to psychically cage other Tyranids.
Yeah, maybe.
It's very Wes Anderson-y.
I was thinking like I could like tie a bunch of chains around them with weights, kind of like a demon host.
Yeah,
that might
that'd be
look
rad,
cool.
actually. Yeah.
Anyway.
No, that sounds super cool.
I was from one of the armies on parade board, wasn't it, this last weekend?
Yeah, it very well could have been. I'm not
There's
sure.
a
where.
couple-
I wish we could give credit to whoever it was.
Yeah.
It was on the army, the 40K or the Warhammer Army Painters Facebook page. So whoever's thing that was, it was awesome.
There was a couple that came out in this last couple of weeks of just amazing scenes. Like I think
yeah.
Golden Demon came out this past couple of weeks where we had like those battle scenes, like that dude coming through the portal, which just looked amazing. There's a couple of other battle scenes. I think one with like kind of Gene Stealers or Termagants kind of like going underground underneath.
Oh,
And
that
just
sounds cool.
The quality of the dioramas was just like mind blowing. It was crazy.
There was well, and unrelated to Golden Demon or the other stuff, the train for the GW Hull store for their show window
Yeah.
piece. Holy shit.
Yeah, it looked amazing. Makes me kind of sad we don't have like a GW store up here.
Yeah,
Not-
that's
not that-
definitely what makes me the saddest about not having a GW up here.
Not that I mean, our community would destroy it so quickly just with salt. But I mean,
Yeah, that's true.
the just like
I think it'd be
okay, so-
I think it'd be a haven for some people, but I think that other people wouldn't.
yeah,
So GW stores are traditionally small. First off, so
Sure,
I mean,
one
there's-
man operations.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're not a lot of space for a lot of gaming, which means that a lot of people wouldn't be able to go in there. So you've got, and plus then everybody would feel like they need to keep supporting the friendly local game store that provides so many tournaments up here, MJs and Tier 1. So they, the GW store would basically flounder and kind of fail. But on the same side,
well, I don't know if it would fail. It would be where you go to pick up stuff that you wouldn't normally carry at other stores.
that's
But anyway,
acceptable.
yeah.
I mean, but anyway, the effort that went into making that, and
Huge.
just looking at it was like,
Unreal.
I
yeah.
could do the trains. We could do the trains for our display board for our doubles tournament thing.
Yeah.
And we started looking at stuff to be able to do that, and then we thought about it and went, wait,
I mean, it's only $900 for the display board.
right. Well, it would be 3 crates, right? 3 of the 2017 model of the year Minotaurum crate.
I think what we need to do is just like get 6 of us to go in and buy one of the Sector Imperialis boards and just split it 6 ways and then make a display board out of each of the 6.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Because the stupid thing's like, what, $350 each?
It's
The Sector Imperialis, I don't think
Yeah.
it's that much.
Or
It's-
I think it's like 300, 330.
that's
so-
just a
not-
plastic board, though, right? Not,
Yeah.
not anything else.
Yeah, that's like
Right.
the 6 board pieces, so it makes
Yeah.
like a 6x4 table. But like, I don't think it would be too bad if it was like, shit, what would that
Well, it
be? Like
doesn't-
$55 a section?
yeah.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
Yeah. You still got to find old buildings and stuff to fit with it,
Yeah.
because otherwise,
It'd be that'd be a cool idea to do for ATC, right?
Yeah.
Like if
so we have
did-
2 years.
We have 2 years
Right.
because we apparently missed a ticket. So ATC organizers, if you want to open a slot for a Mob Rules team, because we'd already budgeted for it, but then forgot to actually check when tickets
Yeah.
went on sale.
Yeah.
I blame Danny for that.
That
He's the
you
one that
should.
was-
You should.
He
Like,
was
that's my
championing
fault.
it. I was good. I was already saving money for that.
Yep,
Passed
I
it.
had permission from my wife.
I had permission from my wife,
Oh man,
Which
I
is-
feel terrible.
which is awesome because otherwise I have to go to Grammy's 100th birthday party in Arizona instead. And she was like,
Oh.
"You would hate that."
I thought
Go
you
do your
meant-
team thing.
I thought you meant the Grammys.
No,
You would have to go to the Grammys.
I deserve a Grammy.
I don't know
for
which one
Kill
I'd
Team
rather
number
go.
5, but
You deserve a something for Kill Team number 5.
it's a Grammy.
bullet to the head.
Yeah. What's the Razzie Award?
Oh yeah, maybe
The
a
Razzie
You know what?
Award for worst wargaming entertainment.
I would take.
At least the podcast doesn't get it anymore. That's
would-
all I'm happy
I
about.
would take the Razzie. I would proudly display it. You'd be like, "Dave, what are you doing?" I'd be like, "Oh, this. It's
Should
my
there be
Razzie
some
hat."
kind of journalist award though that we get like for best wargaming podcast?
I don't know.
No, there's better ones than us.
Okay, yeah, I mean that's
But
yeah,
our
that's
our
correct.
listeners are very dedicated and very nice to us.
Yeah.
for some reason.
don't-
For God knows why.
Well, because most of the other,
when we come into this, we're like, we think we decided a topic a week ago, and then we like the day off, we're like, wait, shit, no, we never did. And our solution was to move our release date by a day and buy 2 cans of Four Loko.
we'd have bought 4 cans of Four Loko, but you haven't started selling dirt yet, John. So
I know. Yeah. Oh, I'm getting. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm doing. I'm getting in. We're getting into
the
the
dirt business.
dirt business. Yeah.
John's a dirt farmer.
Dirt farmer. I'm gonna be selling hobby supplies, or we're gonna be selling hobby supplies.
This is, I'm willing to help you package them, but you are the one that has to sell them.
I already packaged them. Already sold them
Oh,
too.
see, there
technically.
you're welcome.
Yeah. Thank you.
Who'd you sell them to?
I got some pre-orders from Gene. I just need to.
nice.
Yeah. Wholesale. So
nice.
But yeah, so like just hobby supplies, because like, well, the way I figured as well is like I still like using sand for my basing.
Me too.
I still like using like kitty litter for my basing.
Mm.
Problem with those two things is they only come in like giant ass containers.
Right.
So I just put them in smaller containers, make a pretty logo, and just go ahead and sell them off there.
That basically cost to everybody
Yeah,
because John's terrible about this.
I'm pretty bad at business.
Yeah.
I'm pretty bad. I mean, we've been doing mob rules for 3 years now. We're gonna make a profit one of these months.
We were so close.
Do you
that
use it
one
as a
month
write-off?
on YouTube?
No,
Oh.
yeah. This is a hobby.
We hit like you got to hit. So the YouTube monetization, you have to hit $20 in a month in order to receive a check from them. And we were at like 1937 or something. It was so close.
Yeah,
and then
so
after
close.
that, we just stopped caring. We
Yeah.
broke our spirits.
We're like, whatever. We'll make our shitty videos, and then at least when we make our shitty videos, we don't really care if they're demonetized, because with YouTube, it's demonetized pretty much from release. Yeah, so I made dirt. I decided before it started winning a bunch of things that I was just going to run a bunch of wave serpents.
Oh, well, they didn't win anything.
They did really well though.
They did pretty good.
Yeah. But I wanted to just point out that I decided beforehand, and I amassed my wave serpent collection before it was cool.
You're an innovator.
I'm an innovator.
I never want to say that John was right because I hate doing that.
I just want to point out.
I have to say that John actually was talking wave serpents a good 5 days before the list came out from Salvation.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say
I'll give him that.
It also had an avatar in it.
Had.
No.
Even it did.
It did.
Not the winning list.
No, John's list.
It
had an avatar.
Oh,
until
why?
he saw the winning list, and then the avatar came out.
Why take an avatar when I could take 2 wave serpents? Which is a sad state of affairs. But no.
Truth.
So I've amassed about 8 wave serpents right now on my batch painting bench. I have 6 of them. The past couple of weeks, some of them were eBay pro painted, so I spent time stripping them. And then, right now I have 2 tabletop kind of ready where kind of the top is done and the underside. I was going to do like a kind of like the really light white brown Alatok underneaths.
Sure. Like Wraithbone or whatever.
Yeah, like Wraithbone. But then, man, I tried that on one of my planes. And I'm like, fuck, this takes a long ass time. So now I'm just doing black. Black underneath.
Nobody's going to see the bottom anyway.
Which, is still, it goes really well with the blue. Like, I feel I have a pretty good camo. So yeah, I got 2 of the tops finished and 2 of the bottoms painted black. So I have like about 4 more wave serpents I want to go. Now Dave dropped off a box of toys. I don't have a shock dragster to build. Danny.
You're welcome.
And the only reason I don't argue that is because before this even got released, you were talking about doing Bad Moons. And that sprue is yellow.
Dude, I like
you laugh. That is legitimately the only reason I gave it over without a fight.
I would have said, I'm sorry, dude. I know we've seen the rules now and everything, but when this first came out, Danny said, I want the shock. And you went, that's cool, dude. I'm totally fine with the other one. And then we saw the rules today. And you were like, oh, how did he know about the shock? How did he know?
It's just General's intuition. I could see that it was a better model.
Yeah.
Actually, no, like rules-wise,
man, they're both pretty comparable.
Yeah, they are. They really are.
Just different roles. It's like comparing an assault marine to a tactical.
All right, hold on. Don't get into that.
Yeah, well, we'll get into
that.
All
right. I'm sorry. I'm really excited about it.
I am also excited about it.
I ordered 2 Warhounds, or 2 boxes of Warhounds for Adeptus Titanicus.
Monster.
From Mini Stomp. So those are on the way up here. And then I assembled some Guardians. Because, I have 60. But I feel that's around 20 less than I need.
Shoot.
Sure.
We bought Wake the Dead.
We did buy Wake the Dead. Yeah. Oh gosh, that came out. Holy crap! The past couple weeks.
Oh, that wasn't the toys you were referring to. You were referring to the other toys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I built and painted the Wave Serpent from Wake the Dead.
Minus the canopy because I forgot.
Minus the canopy
because I suck at divvying up parts.
But that's okay. I went onto eBay and I bought 3 canopies because I'm awful at keeping canopies apparently, and I can't find them anywhere. And then, if any listener, by the way, has any shuriken cannons for wave serpents,
nope,
I do not.
Don't send them. Nope.
Yeah, send them to P.O. Box Dave Sucks.
I wish that was a P.O. Box, actually.
Yes, no numbers. 37 Dave Sucks Street. Your mom
is a Horcherbeck.
Yeah, is a Horcherbeck. And the state would be IA, which I think is Iowa, but in this case means in anal.
Oh, wow.
Salty. But yeah, I built some the Wraithguard from the Wake the Dead box with Wraiths. Was it Bone Swords? No, that's Tyranids.
The Wraith Blades.
The Wraith Blades. Because man, do those models look good. And I'm like, I was super excited about it.
Dude, they really do look.
And they look amazing. I was so excited about it. And then I did the horrible thing and I read the rules and points for them. And I'm like,
oh no.
Okay. I don't think they're bad. I think they're actually really playable.
So what kills it? Well, no, what kills it for me, because I still run them, I still love them, but is the 3-up save. For Wraithguard in general. I think if I'm paying 52 points a model.
Oh, they're not. Are you talking about with the axes?
They're 50, aren't they 48 or something like that with the swords?
I don't think so.
I've only got a 3-up save on a Redemptor, and that's 202.
Yeah, but a Redemptor's trash. These are the Ghost Warriors of the long dead.
So, hey, Danny, I realized just a second ago that John is lame. Do you also want this other buggy?
Oh, look at Dave
Dave.
lording his GW contacts over us again.
Thanks, Dave.
Thanks.
Are you kidding? I was happy to give you guys that stuff. I've been so swamped with other things. I can't
God,
wait
I'm
to
so
just
excited.
paint the terrain this
so
time
excited.
around.
We manufactured a fake war with local players. That's something else we accomplished in the past
yeah,
couple
that's
of
right.
weeks.
We had our snake-based gaming, snake-based meta award ceremony.
Yeah,
for
we
After
had
Urza.
our team awards dinner, which was a bunch of us went to a bar.
It was a fancy bar.
No, it wasn't. It was a snake bar that night.
It was a snake hole. But yeah, because our competitive team is called Snake Based Meta, for our awards,
which I joined, by the way.
which Danny joined that night, and welcome to the team, Danny.
Yeah,
Thanks.
We signed him to a 2-year contract. He ain't going nowhere on us.
A 2-game, 25 tournament contract. Was
Yeah,
the terms.
No, because we joked online because like Danny left another team to come to us, which the other team's great. They're just kind of located mainly like out of our city, and also we kind of
I honestly don't know why anybody would belong to a team if they weren't anywhere near them. You know, like if
the
like if there
choices
was
were
just- if
pretty
your team-
slim when
if
they
you're-
were formed.
Well, yeah.
So
But if you're part of a team in the lower 48 and you don't live anywhere near that team, it just seems kind of silly to continuously be representing
I
them,
understand it there, but at the same time, we kind of slowly kind of poached Danny away. We had long, meaningful conversations with him behind the other team's back. And
Lots
kind
of wine.
Yeah, invited him into private conversations. But like because he was coming from another team, I wanted to cut off anything. We're like, well, yeah, he's just gonna leave and do something else in like a year or so. So as part of like, I made a fake press release we put out over our local gaming group, saying that we signed him to a 2-year 26 tournament contract. That way, if anyone came up and was like, he was just going to be like, well, you guys didn't sign him to a contract. That's pretty fucking dumb of you, isn't it? But yeah, so no, we welcomed Danny. We had another player, Adam, join our team as well.
And Adam's great.
Adam's great too.
Oh, crap. Dice Bags were supposed to be here today. Sorry.
But yeah, so we kind of had our awards dinner. We had like all that other kind of fun stuff. But as part of that, like Danny's old team was so cool about him kind of joining us. They were like, that's not fair.
They should be angry about this.
Yeah.
It's it's a whole bunch of people that we really like and enjoy gaming with. So
Sure.
it makes
Yeah,
perfect sense.
We're all really good friends
Yeah.
still,
Yeah.
and everybody was really, really great about this whole thing. So.
Yeah. So the best thing we did was just we made a bunch of Photoshop and bad memes and kind of took over our entire local gaming community of about 700 members on our gaming page.
I love that they have one guy who lives out in the
Yeah.
Valley area who has been defending their name in this fake war of fighting against people.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for him because he's the only one down.
Kevin
Well,
is
Kevin
there.
Mackey.
Yeah, really
right?
really good guy.
Really good guy.
Oh, I played him on this last week on Thursday.
Did you defend our honor?
Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah.
He and Joe had a knockdown throwdown fight where they pretended it was like this big, the old 80s style wrestling where they're just like, oh, I'm going to step out there and I'm going to get
There
you
was
with
posters made.
Yeah, I
that was
posted.
amazing.
I shared on my Twitter one of the posters the lead the fanciest fancy player made, of kind of like the promo thing. I shared my propaganda poster I made, which was I loved my propaganda poster because it didn't say anything negative.
Yeah. And I think
It was just a picture of the player with the saying Snake Base Meta is the team that won't try and sell your organs at night when you're sleeping.
so. I guess really
We don't know who would.
The lesson that this applies to, guys, while we're just kind of having a good time talking about it, is literally, go out there if you're playing and if you've got a good group of gamers like that, that you can do this with. This is the kind of stuff that just makes it kind of fun. Like we are all
For sure.
totally involved in this fake feud which doesn't exist
Yeah.
and having a good time making bad photoshops.
Yeah, let me share with you here a message I got from the fanciest player. Around about that time, Dave, fill some air.
Oh, I'll fill some air. Scoobity doo boop boop boop.
So I got
Thank
stop.
God.
So I
No
got
more scatting.
So I got a message from him that said, "Who all is on your team?" asking for a friend. So I sent him a list, and he said, would it help to know the main armies, or is this a legit blood feud? And he replied with legit blood feud. So that's kind of, but yeah, it's honestly, it's kind of really revitalized kind of both of our groups. For kind of like really just weird random stuff. Like I posted a picture of our team logo covered in pineapples because a couple of the fancy players don't like pineapple on pizza. So I said that
can't blame him. I mean,
ours is better because
there goes all our Hawaiian listeners.
yeah, it all has pineapple on it. It was pretty good. But outside of that, hobby wise, very little. I listen to Talon of Horus more. I'm about 3/4 of the way through now.
nice.
It's very, very good.
Are you excited to start Black Legion?
I'm pretty much going to go start buying Chaos Space Marines.
No.
Yeah?
Painting
Just
them
wait.
black.
Nope.
Just wait, dude.
Just wait, because Blackstone Fortress is going to come out and it's going to have new sculpts. We think.
Well, when I say Chaos Space Marines, I just want to make.
Find out on the Saturday after
I want to make
Christmas.
I want to make Kion. That's the Thousand Sun Sorcerer, right?
Yeah.
So I want with like kind of the wolf axe and like a dire wolf kind of ghost pup and things like that. I
Nice.
think. Like, so there's very kind of specific things I want to kind of build and paint from that book.
You may not want to make him a wolf yet.
Ooh, spoilers. I like it. But yeah, so like I said, I'm having a great time reading the book. Like the story is, honestly, it's like, it reminds me when I'm reading or listening to Talon of Horus. You guys ever read Treasure Island by Robert Louis Stevenson?
Sure.
Or kind of like old pirate books like that.
Yep.
That's what I'm brought to remember.
I was alive when it was written, so he asked me to edit it.
Dave, they did less editing to those books than I do to podcasts. But yeah, it's it's not that not much happens, but it's just the way the story is told. I really like the narrative style.
Oh man,
the whole thing.
Yeah, like
It's really well done.
and the characters are just really good.
And this is from someone who could give two shits about chaos beforehand. Like literally, I could not care. Like my knowledge of chaos was like kind of the mustache twirling bad guys in 40K and
Sure.
the tortured but I love my dads of the 30K. And kind of there was not one-sided character development, but there wasn't kind of much to it, like outside of a few things for me from what I read. Whereas with this kind of the Black Legion stuff coming out, like they're fully fleshed. It kind of explains to me what war bands are, how they operate.
And like you would think that they all come from like one place, maybe, but that's just not the case.
No, and they have like little safe zones and kind of neutral areas, and this warband works for this warband, and this guy worked for this warband, and like it's just that's where there's no legion rules in the Chaos Codex.
Yep.
Is because there's no legions, and it's just
There is Legion rules in the Chaos Codex.
Well, you know what I mean though. It's not like beforehand when people are complaining about that kind of stuff, right?
Sure.
Where it's kind of
I know what you're saying.
it is little warbands, and it's not necessarily massive forces all along.
Sure.
And like it's just I'm really hyped to just paint and model Chaos Space Marine stuff.
So, I can't recommend enough the Night Lord series. Like, if you want to read that, because it's by the same author, and it's kind of a similar.
Which author is it?
Aaron Dembski.
Yeah,
Bauer.
Aaron Dembski Bowden.
ADB. Okay.
ADB.
He does really good stuff.
He is by far my favorite author. Like, even though I love Dan Abnett with like furious passion.
Abnett, well, because ADB wasn't around when you probably started reading. Like,
Correct.
You got
That's Danny's furious passion.
Yeah, nice. Wow,
You had.
this is
Gav-
great radio too.
Yeah.
Well, it's basically Graham McNeil or
Or
Dan Abnett.
Yeah.
Or Gab Thorpe.
Yeah, Gav Thorpe did write some early stuff.
There's
Man,
some
Angels
early
of
stuff.
Darkness is legit.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'm looking at just little chaos models, and I think just to really break up,
Sure, you're looking at the rule book for.
just to break up the just to break up the Eldar. Like I
Make a
love,
kill team, man.
I love painting my Eldar. I love kind of like painting my tanks. Like I'm having a great time with the camo scheme, but sometimes you just need like a little thing to break it up. That's why I'm so hyped for Speed Freaks. Just sit down and paint an orc vehicle. It's been a long ass time since I've done that. Last time I painted an orc vehicle was 5 battle wagons.
Sure.
Yeah, and it's just kind of nice to kind of have something
Oh
to have something to look forward to.
Wow.
Just do
Half a cannon.
do yourself a favor, like you did your little paint 10 gaunts, get to paint a gargoyle or whatever it was back when you were painting your Tyranids 2 years ago.
That worked really well, and then I fell away from it because stuff is cool. Which final thought before break here?
All right.
You got the Wake the Dead box as well, right, Danny?
I did not.
The new Spirit Seer is amazing. It's literally one of my favorite. I'll go short to you in the break here, but it's super good. And when it comes out as a clan pack, which I'm sure it will,
I'm going to buy a couple.
I'll be buying a couple more.
So the exclusive stuff has not been released for any of them yet, which makes me wonder whether they're actually going to. I mean, I'm sure
They would be
will
stupid
eventually.
not to be a couple of years, but yeah.
Not necessarily. I mean, because otherwise, if you want it, you have to clear. Like I'm an idiot for Primaris, so I've been buying all of the box sets to have it in my collection.
But do you really need 30 lieutenants and 16 veteran sergeants?
Not using them; they're just sitting on my shelf unbuilt.
Fair,
and
fair. As
like
is tradition.
My trophy, and like your Imperial Fists do in your case over here.
Yeah, I was looking at my Imperial Fist actually. I mean, like, can I run an all dreadnought list?
No,
I mean, I can. I won't do well.
Technically, yeah, sure.
But
I'm just saying John can't. Like anybody else could.
That's fair.
Nah, Tyson tries, but
Oh no, somebody good. I meant somebody good.
But yeah, so that's what I've been up to. That's what we've been up to. Again, we're going to be going off topic a lot here. We're going to be right back. We're going to talk about Speed Freaks. And did I miss you? No, I didn't miss you, Dave. We started with you. You're looking at me like I missed something.
It's because you almost knocked Four Loko completely off the table.
This is radio. People don't need to know that. So we're going to talk about Speed Freaks, about the models, kind of some of the stuff in the box here. And yeah, we'll be right back with a kind of Four Loko on the table, Dave.
Dude, I'm the best. I took first place at another tournament.
First off, stop with the thunder and lightning. You don't impress me. And second, let me check out the BCP rankings. And I don't see you on there.
What?
Your TO needs to download the Best Coast Pairings app and run events on it. After the event, the results are uploaded into BCP rankings, and the best part, it's easy and free.
But I play multiple game systems.
No big deal. The BCP app can be used for any game. A ton of events every weekend are using it, from major international tournaments to local stores. And now that it's available on Android devices, you're going to have some serious competition.
There can be only one.
BCP Rankings is a fun and exciting way to measure how you or your team stack up. No matter what you play, your score goes to an overall ranking, or compete to be the best in a game, a circuit, a region, or the world.
Download the app or visit www.bestcoastpairings.com for more info.
Best Coast Pairings.
Are you the best?
1 Ardementia 544 M32. The chromes were relatively easy to kill, but they came in ferocious numbers.
with my dick.
Yeah, this is just kind of going through the new Speed Freaks box. Speed Freaks, the new box game from GW.
Oh man,
The highlight of October for many comes with a sample chapter from The Beast Arises. If you guys haven't heard of The Beast Arises, I really recommend going through Mob Rules back catalog and finding the several episodes we did on those books.
in the first one, I actually feature for the first Beast Arises.
Yeah, is that your Mob Rules debut?
I don't think it was.
No, I think you interviewed me after I won a big tournament.
I think I did.
Well, because there was the previous ad that used to run with Danny.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, what did you bring me on for? For funsies?
maybe just for funsies.
Yeah,
I can
that's
do it
cool.
for funsies.
Occasionally, you feel,
But yeah, this is the big box. They came out for Orc. Actually seems like kind of there's a big box every month now, where with kind of different stuff in there.
At least one, right?
At least one a month here.
2 sometimes.
But this one here holds a special place in my heart because as a young boy growing up, Gorka Morka was my favorite GW game. More than 40K, more than Warhammer Fantasy. All kinds of stuff. I played in the GW store Gorka Morka League, and I won a bunch of like the medals that they had at the time, where I had like 40 pewter orc glyphs.
Oh wow.
Which I really wish I knew where they were now. So yeah, if only my parents listened, they could check their attic. But yeah, Gorka Morka has always like held a special place in my heart, and everything we've kind of seen for this. When the pictures first leaked for the game, it was like this. Oh God, I hope this is like Gorka Morka. And then the rules preview that kind of came out today, I'm like, ooh, this is like Gorka Morka. And yeah, Speed Freaks is here.
So
It's kind of Gorka more. So the rule book itself is like 6 pages, which, that's tradition. That's almost unheard of for a GW rule system. You know what I
Age
mean?
of Sigmar. I'm sorry, what?
No, the General's Handbook and the actual rule book is still much larger than that.
Oh, but that isn't the
You're talking
the
about
rules.
just the core rules.
Oh,
I'm just saying that all of the rules are like 6 pages.
Objection.
In this book. Okay.
When Age of
Sustained.
when Age of Sigmar
Overruled.
was released.
Oh, sorry, it overruled.
Oh shit. Okay, well, never mind. Okay, keep going.
That's all I had, I guess. I don't know.
objection.
Sustained. Fuck.
Perfect. No, so upon seeing all the different templates and everything else that you've seen on Warhammer Community so far, my first thoughts were, man, this is going to be way too many rules for something that should just be a simple smash them up and crash them. But it really doesn't seem like that looking at the actual rules. Like, there's not a lot of stuff where you can just abuse stuff. You can't be like, well, I mean, it doesn't say in a different paragraph that I can't advance. You just get to do it.
Well, if you're the kind of person who does that for rules, this game isn't for you.
Could be for them. This game is for everybody. Orc players,
There's a certain amount of
other
fun to
orc
it.
players, orc players from different
People
countries,
thinking
Right.
about playing orcs.
people who are orc curious.
So when I saw the rules, preview today, the first thing I thought was like, oh, cool, it's like Orcs meet X-Wing.
Yeah, because you have movement dials.
There's
pretty
movement
much.
tiles, there's damage cards,
Yep.
there's
What did I call it?
secret orders that you
There's
give your guys to
firing
move.
arcs.
What was the the Dark Future, the apocalyptic racing game?
I never, that was before my time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty old.
Sure.
Sure. I mean, was it like a horse and buggy racing game? Or?
No, it's Dark Future. It was set in the future. It was basically
Right, which
it was
at the
basically
time
Mad
was
Max.
horse and buggy.
Dave only had an ox
It
card.
was a. I want to say it was actually Ian Livingston.
Yeah, that sounds. I mean,
Yeah.
that sounds like that era.
Yeah, and kind of a bookshelf game, but you could also use actual cars to represent your stuff.
Yeah, my friend. I remember my friend telling me about it. My friend Grant, and he said that he converted up a bunch of like car model kits.
And they've got
And use those.
Gaslands. I think is the newest kind of game like that right now.
Oh, cool.
Where people are converting up Hot Wheels cars into Mad Max style stuff. But
That's
I mean, that's
pretty
basically
neat.
what this
Yeah.
looks like.
But I mean, the thing for me is, like I said, I enjoyed Gorka Morka. I enjoyed the vehicle movement rules, the go for it, all that other kind of stuff. Less so the trying to balance my pile of models on top of a car.
That was my favorite part.
And then getting...
If any fall off, they die.
Then they
Yeah.
fall off, they die. So then you just get pissed at your opponent because he's taking like 5 minutes to move one truck with 30 models in it. So this gets rid of the hard part of that by not having any boys in it. Outside of kind of the vehicles themselves.
Back when I was playing Gorka Morka, I actually converted up a Scout Sentinel into just an open top, crammed with orc boys. That was a truck. It was like, yep, here they are.
I took a Lehman Russ for Gorka Morka.
Try hard.
I didn't put the top half on it, and then I put plastic card panels and made almost a bucket,
A bucket, if you will.
if you
Yeah.
will, and then just poured all my boys in there.
Similar to a barrel.
A barrel of boys.
A barrel of boys.
But yeah, so
Coming
there's-
soon this Christmas for your children.
The next game from GW Specialist Games. Barrel of
Barrel of
Boys.
boys. But yeah, there's damage decks, custom jobs, things like that. It just seems very simple, but maneuvering is very important in this kind of game here, especially because, like I said, you need to be able to get your dials right.
The board
Yeah.
looks beautiful. Like,
Yeah.
and the terrain looks really cool.
The board is huge.
Are those
looking.
is the terrain new?
The
Yeah.
terrain is new.
The terrain is actually, if you look at it, Danny, bits and pieces of all the brand new orc buggies.
Oh yeah, it is. Oh man, that's so cool.
I mean, you've got control panels. Here's this one is one of these is actually the tractors, and then the lip from Moonbase Cassius. This one's just a whole bunch of orc tires.
Do you
and
think
the
like
scrap cap.
Rager Infield just takes all of his CAD files from all of his previous stuff, just like smushes them all together, and it's like orc scenery?
I think that's what happened with this one. He was
Yeah,
just
but they
sitting-
did a good job. It looks awesome.
They really did. I mean, it just. Oh, shit! I wonder if I can copy some of that stuff. Make a mold of it to make a toolbox for my Tech Marine.
Probably not. That's probably
They're double-sided boards. too.
double-sided boards.
Yeah, but you put 4 of them together.
Yeah.
If you so desire.
If you so desire.
Totally desire. It's
Or-
a really short game otherwise.
Like my attention span.
Yeah.
Well, I saw the preview mission, and I did kind of looked at that a little bit.
Yeah, tell us about
And
the
that's
preview mission.
that has 4 people going head-to-head.
Oh, I'm sorry, the preview ruck, as it is
Oh,
called.
is that what they're called?
They're
I'm sorry.
calling rucks.
Oh, just like in Age of Sigmar.
Yeah, which is a Cockney word for fight.
Yep. Well, because like all the Bone Splitter like formations.
Oh, are they called rucks?
Yeah, there's the Cunning Ruck and the they're all called rucks. I didn't know that. That's good to know.
Yeah.
Man, it helps to have a native in the.
You get into a ruckus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's short for ruckus.
Yeah, Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to
F with.
Ruck
Yeah.
with.
ruck with. I want to live in a world where orcs use the word ruck like Smurfs use the word Smurf.
I'm gonna ruck you up.
Yeah. Rick
That
Rickety Ruck.
Smurf you up? I'm trying to. You gotta
That's a really
replace
good Salt and Pepper song.
it. I'm gonna ruck you up.
No, stop. No more YouTube videos.
Wow.
And then new bike bases. New Warbiker bases.
Dude, you have no idea how happy that makes me because all bikes should be on these bases.
Round bases.
Little
Oh, I completely
oval
agree.
bases.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a little sad for our friend Hogshead, who literally just built like 50 bikes. in
Yeah, but
the
he's
old
leaving.
bases.
He's leaving at the end of the month.
So
So
yeah,
fuck him.
we don't care about that.
He's just
Yeah.
he's going to Japan, whatever.
Whatever. Good luck getting those bases in Japan.
At the local hobby store that they
But
have.
having actual access to a GW store because there's tons of them over there in Japan.
Irony.
I don't know. That's without building the rest of this stuff up, which hopefully, as you're listening to this today on Saturday, there will be some other stuff, maybe some pictures of
Maybe
finished,
some work in
finished
progress.
stuff. Oh, just works in progress. Daniel's going to be done by tonight.
Well, it's because he got the easier one of the two.
Oh my god. Okay, sure.
I mean, look, do you want to count pieces? Do you want to go in like a sprue count?
yeah,
piece
dude,
for piece?
I'll count piece for piece.
Okay,
with
you ready?
Any day
Okay.
of the week. All right.
Dave, fill there.
Yep.
One,
Just
two,
right
three,
now. Okay,
four,
well,
five,
Danny's
six,
counting. He's
seven,
loud.
eight,
Stand
nine,
very
10,
manly.
wait,
very
11,
proud.
12, 13,
very
14,
proud.
15,
Wait,
16,
I got
I
this.
17,
can't right now.
I turned Danny
listening
down.
to his deep bassy voice is giving me a deep throbbing boner. I don't know what I'm going to do with this awkward thing.
This is cheating.
Yeah,
I
John, you flipped yours. You flipped yours twice,
I
and still don't know how many pieces there are.
I lost count,
That 2.
but I have more because I'm a traditional orc player and I can't count past 2.
Why two?
It's 1, 2 lots.
Oh, okay.
Lots 1, lots 2.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that's the orc thing. I think I turned you down a little too much again.
You dick.
Bam.
I don't like Four Loko John. Four Loko John.
I know you're not allowed to bring John Four Loco anymore. But
Usually I just turn Dave down and you're
Yeah.
fine with it.
yeah. All right. Well, you know what?
So, in addition to the rules that they have for these things in Speed Freaks, and by the way, every single new wagon kit has rules in Speed Freaks, which
Yes.
is awesome.
I'm very excited
Yep.
for the wingless plane.
No,
I
that
think
thing
that's
is-
Oh,
the
you mean
one.
the Megatrack Scrap Jet?
That's
I'm
awesome.
sorry. I'm going to paint mine like Speed Racer.
You do you.
That's
homie.
pretty cool. I
Yeah.
like that.
I'm very excited.
You're
yeah.
just going to have one?
Yeah. The Whack 5.
You know what? I think the one that's my most favorite is the what's it called? The Custom Booster Blaster. I think that's the best one out of all of them. What do you think, Danny?
Which one is that?
That's the one I have here.
Oh no, not that one then.
No, that one's garbage.
Yeah, it's hot garbage. I think I mean the Boom Decker Snazwagon, or maybe the
See, John, I thought you would be going for the Boom Deck of Snazwagon myself.
well, I mean that's not in this.
Well, I mean,
box
it's
set.
not in the box set.
True.
'Cause
So the choice for so there's 2 exclusive wagons in this box, which makes me a little sad.
Because God, dude, I want a ton.
Because God, they also in this box come with the 40K rules for these 2 wagons.
Right, exactly.
They're designed for just kind of open play right now because there's no points value, I believe, Dave.
Yeah, there isn't points value, but it's pretty much kind of in
They're probably
line.
going to be like
I mean, you're
120
looking at-
points or so, but they said that it's going to be in the full codex.
I can read French.
No, you can't. Stop.
2.
I know you were at D-Day, but you can't read French.
He wasn't medically cleared for combat because of all this sand.
They were afraid it was just going to infest his vagina, and they weren't going to hear the end of it.
What are you talking about? Vagina's the best tyrannid monsters.
Old
I'll show
vagina.
I'll show you a red terror.
Old one vagina.
Just
But yeah,
one?
It comes with the so beforehand, kind of when we knew we were getting this box here, Danny and I made the very mature decision, be like, yeah, you can take the shock jump wagon. I'm gonna take that other wagon.
So salty. It's not how that went down at all. Danny said, dude, which one do you want, John? I mean, I got to choose stuff last time with Kill Team, so I mean, you get to pick first this time. And John said, I need me the custom boom blaster. It's sexy. And Danny said,
it's the name.
there was cackling, but Danny was like, okay, John.
Then we saw the rules today.
Then I sent them pictures of the rules.
Oh my God, the shock jump is amazing.
Well, okay, first of all, they're both really good.
Okay, they're both really good.
They're both really good. And honestly, we don't actually know.
No.
Because we haven't put them to, we haven't tested them out on the table.
We're pretty sure.
But we're pretty sure, looking at the statistics wise, that it's pretty awesome.
I like so the shock jump wagon has a special rule in 40K where if you roll a 4+ for your advance roll, you disappear from the battlefield and then reappear more than 9 inches away from an enemy unit.
Yep, basically become deep strike.
It fucking teleports.
It fucking teleports.
Boom.
It goes so fast. Doc Brown, which by the way, green stuff the hair on that orc because it's the DeLorean
Ooh.
right there. It teleports random places across the. Well, not random because you decide where it goes across.
Yeah, you
the board.
decide.
Can you imagine how disruptive 3 of these things, or even 4 of those things?
By the way, both of these can be taken in units of 3.
yeah.
Yep.
So rule of 3. If we're going to be classy, you could take 9 of these things.
Totally.
The only thing stopping you is they're exclusive to this box, and unless you're super rich, I don't think you're going to have 9.
I'm pretty sure that you can get a buddy to split it with you. Somebody that actually thinks the custom boom blastas are the best.
Dude, it's hard for me to say,
It's
honestly.
hard. They're
'cause
both
I think
good.
they're both really solid.
But with the base on that buggy now, like across the table, you can fill up a lot of space, and that gun is nothing to laugh at.
Guns.
The guns, yeah. So a little like preview I think of Codex Orcs is the Get Finder is there as a +1 to hit.
So
it's
I
a
wonder
plus.
if that's going to be on more vehicles.
I think so. Well,
So the shock jump dragster has something called a grot gunner and targeting squig, which adds 2 to hit rolls for attacks made with the custom shock rifle,
which means it hits on 3s.
right. So orc shooting on 3s.
What the hell is this orc shooting where I can teleport my buggy across the table, get within 12 inches so you can't do any of your negative to hit modifiers, shoot my big ass gun at a 3 to hit?
Well, it'd be a 4 because you advanced.
If there's a rule for that.
Oh, yeah, sure. Maybe.
Plus-
or
plus
if you
they've
take them
got-
as evil sons, right?
Yeah.
Here we go. They've got the mob.
Is
They've
it
got
a heavy or is it an
Daka.
assault?
It's assault.
It's assault.
So isn't that oh, it's so good.
So
especially if they can take.
Why would I purchase all of these wave serpents when they're going to release such good orc rules?
I can't wait for eBay Pro painted shock attack dragsta. Shock jump dragstas.
And so it doesn't just get it doesn't just increase its ballistic skill, right? It gets a flat bonus to hit.
Yeah.
And its weapon, if you roll a 6+ to hit. Oh no, I'm sorry, it's a wound roll. I'm totally wrong. Scratch that. I'm wrong.
Wow. Well, I mean, it still has Daka.
It's
Right, so that triggers that like crazy. So you're triggering Daka on 4s?
right.
No, 5s.
No, because it was 6s.
Oh,
plus 2 is
4s. You're
4s.
right, it's 4s.
Yeah. So
Now,
you're,
now then, what's the rumored Daka rule, Danny?
It's not
Is
a
that-
rumor. They previewed it on GW.
yeah.
they?
So,
So what is the rule?
You always hit on an unmodified 6.
Right.
And if you roll Oh, I wonder if you roll an unmodified 6.
It's an unmodified 6.
Okay, so
yeah.
it doesn't add for Daka Daka Daka.
But still.
No, it still has Daka Daka Daka, but
Right, but the
right,
Daka
but you
Daka
won't get
Daka
the bonus.
rule.
You won't get the because it's only on a 6. You get the extra shot. So on an unmodified 6, you also get an extra shot with the gun.
which then
But
still works.
Still,
for that.
and then you're hitting on 3s.
Yeah. Which is
So-
crazy.
and
That's
it's
that's
strength 8, 3 AP, D6 damage.
Yeah, and 2 shots.
which is crazy. Like
That's amazing.
I got flash kits that were like I'd stop taking because when they stand still, they hit on 4s. What do you freaking do?
Well, now they hit on 4s all the time.
No, they hit on 4s all the time. But like this is again back in
Sure,
7th
sure,
edition,
sure.
6th, 7th edition when I was playing orcs, and like now I have my freaking tricycles that hit on 4s or sorry 3s.
Yeah.
It's so good. I mean this little preview in this box has me so jazzed for the whole codex.
Plus some terrible rocket launcher as well.
Yeah. So what is
It's just
the
also terrible. It's just literally it's a rocket launcher, 24 inches, assault 1, 8, strength 8, -2,
Which-
3 damage.
3 flat. Yeah.
3 flat, which is standard orc rocket? In fact, wasn't orc rocket launcher 18 before?
No, it was 24.
Was it 24?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it probably wasn't assault, was it?
No,
Yeah.
it
No,
was,
it was-
all,
it was-
all the orc weapons.
all orc
pretty
weapons are
much
assault.
weapons.
So there you go.
Now the custom boom blaster.
Tell me about my blast.
All right, so you look at it and you look at it and you go, oh, okay, it just has the big gun on the front, like whatever. Like
Just
that's
looking
not a
at
big
just
deal.
looking at the pictures of it.
Oh, hold on. Can I go back to the shotgun?
Oh, yeah,
Traxxas
go,
for a
go,
moment?
go.
Okay, so the thing we didn't talk about is the saw blades on the front.
I was trying to
Yes.
spoil. I was trying to leave something for them to enjoy when they open their own box.
I mean, they're listening to us.
I'm not
so,
interested in that.
Yeah.
All right.
They know they're listening to this. They know
all
we
right.
don't care
Spoiler
about their
alert.
enjoyment.
We're talking about something on that we haven't spoiled yet. So if you want to be surprised by something, just
Jump
press
forward.
the 15-second skip.
Like a couple of times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'll be talking about this for a minute. So saw blades. Okay, so it has a melee weapon that's +1 strength, -1 AP, and it already has weapon skill 4 up, which is unusual for a vehicle in the first place. But I
Right.
think most orc vehicles are like a 4 up weapon.
I think there will be. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it has 4 attacks. So like you can take a unit of 3 of them. That's 12 strength, 6 attacks at -1, which is like not insignificant.
That can teleport within 9 inches in theory.
Right.
So if you have 9 of them and you're teleporting on a 4, right? A 4 or higher.
Right.
So you're probably going to teleport 4 or 5 of them. Right?
Sure.
So boom, 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 boom. Suddenly appeared up. Also, they've got here we go, which is reroll the charge, right?
Yeah, the one dice on the charge.
1 dice on the
right.
charge. So you just go slam, 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 slam with these things, and there goes everybody's chaff. I mean,
Sure.
it's really what it looks like. To
Yeah,
me.
I mean that's pretty solid. I mean you're looking at 6 strength 6 hits, which are probably kill like 5 or 6 models.
Yeah.
And then, so one of the disadvantages to these, like right off the bat, right? Leadership 6.
Right.
So if you take a unit of 3 and you lose 2 of them, that last one's running away on like a 4.
Yeah, but aren't they set up individually? Or are they?
Because they're vehicles.
no, they're a unit.
Oh, okay.
They're a unit.
Now that being said, they also have mob rule.
But wasn't mob rule their leadership's replaced by the number of models and the unit?
Or a friendly unit within like 6 inches. So you just hang them out next to a big squad of boys, like have them drive around that. And like, I'm not super even interested. Like the teleport's cool, and it could be a cool way to like get out of dodge or get like all the way across the table on the last turn. But
Oh God.
but like just having them hang out like as a screen in front of your boys or whatever seems really solid. So
It's the
Or
first
even
time
just,
somebody
like-
talked about screening chaff with something else.
well,
Orc boys aren't chaff. I mean,
they're legit, man.
they're legit hardcore. A little bit more expensive now, allegedly.
Allegedly. Yeah.
But yeah, it's the shock jump. I mean, it fills a couple of really nice roles. Like you said, you can stick it back with your boys, kind of let the gun do the work there. You can teleport a bunch of them across the table, like
Sure.
grab every objective on the table, turn 1 pretty much.
Sure.
Um,
or even just move them because they have a 14-inch movement.
Yeah.
So hold on. So if we roll, so John, we were talking about them being individually in the shock jump.
No, and that's my mistake. I thought
so
they were treated like a
so
vehicle
all
squadron.
you got to do is roll 1
One advance roll for all of them, right?
for all of them, and they go boom.
Yep, 3 of them go all
God,
the way across the table.
Jesus, I just.
And if you want to use a
imagine being
command
that
point
lowly
reroll?
guardsman who's out there with your custode guys, and the custodes go flying away, and they're like, "All right, we're gonna hold this point against the horde," and then all of a sudden you hear boom, 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 and these shock
Especially
dragsters are just suddenly right in your
If
face.
the custodians is like, look after this Aquila, it was Kurov's favorite. We're gonna go across the table.
We'll be back.
And
Don't
all of a
worry.
sudden,
They're
thump, thump,
orcs.
thump.
But you can't assault after you teleport because you will have advanced.
Unless there's a
Unless
special
the-
rule,
Unless
or a
unless
stratagem.
there's something. Sure, possible.
Right.
All those are possible things that
Yeah,
can happen.
yeah. Well, I mean, we're just theory crafting here.
So let's move on to John's vehicle, the
Yeah.
custom Booster Blaster.
yes,
So
Wait, the Ruck Track Squig Buggy? Is that
no.
the one he got?
That
okay.
thing- so
that thing
first
looks
of all-
amazing.
yeah,
legit.
okay.
Okay.
So the fact that it has several different kinds of squigs on it seems to me like it's going to be a missile launcher type weapon that you get to pick the type of squig it shoots.
Did
All right.
you see the possible rules for that today?
No, I missed them.
On
So
Monday?
so apparently, there is a landmine style squig
Yep.
Oh, nice.
that
Alright,
you can
so-
use once a turn. That you drop behind you in the path and automatically blows up to any unit, friend, or foe that comes within 3 inches of it.
Oh, are you talking about
Oh,
the
that's
Squig
awesome.
Mine?
Yeah, the squig mine.
Because according to the Ruck Track Squig Buggy data sheet I'm holding here, that is not a 40k data sheet, so you have to kind of take everything with a grain of salt. But it says Squig Mine. Once per battle at any point during this model's move, you can place a Squig Mine marker within 1 inches of it in its rear arc and more than 3 inches from an enemy model. And it explodes immediately if an enemy model moves within 3 inches of it for any reason. Now, in this particular game, that's awesome because you actually use, you don't just move yourself with a tape measure, you actually use templates to design your route as
Oh,
you're
okay.
going. So you got to be like,
Why-
no.
Why would your route not be directly at another vehicle?
Exactly. You're already going at another vehicle, and
That's
it's
fair.
predetermined. But
Y'all play Gorka Morka wrong.
looking at the stuff you got here, I mean, some of the things don't quite line up, but just bitey squigs, boom squigs, bile squigs, just
Dude, I'm
getting
excited.
launched.
Okay.
Just stupid. Awesome.
Allegedly, bitey squigs, range 36, assault 2, strength 5, AP -3, flat damage 2.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Boom squig, 36-inch range, assault 2, assault 2d3, strength 6, AP -1, damage d3.
Nice.
Okay.
Squig launcher, same as above, except bile squig is assault d6, bitey squig is assault 1, boom squig is assault d3. And then where was the
It also has it also has saw blades.
bile squig, range
yeah.
36, assault 2d6, strength dash, AP 0, damage 1. Weapon always wounds in a 4+. Wounds vehicles and titanic units on a 6+.
Nice. Okay, so it's like poison.
Yeah.
Nice.
So like, oh man, the squig launcher just sounds amazing. And then the mine is the same. Like, place squid within 1 inch of this model or more than 3 inches from an enemy model. So if you dump that on an objective, or
Yeah.
if you're playing the relic, you just dump a squig mine on the relic.
Here's a
you're
little
like,
bomb for that
there you
jump
go.
pack
Go-
character you're
go
going to
take
try and
it.
steal it with.
Thump.
So the custom boom blaster.
custom boom blaster, the other exclusive vehicle in here.
So you look at this thing, right? It's not super impressive. You've got the
Whoa,
gun on top.
whoa.
No, I mean the model is beautiful, right?
Yeah.
But like you look at it and you don't immediately see a lot of weapons. You see like a grot on the back with a little pistol. You see the big gun on the top.
Sure,
And the rivet
yeah.
cannon, that thing looks cool as hell.
Oh yeah,
It does.
It does. And it's a good weapon.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's actually a pretty good weapon.
So it's a 36-inch range, assault 6, strength 7 -2, 2 flat damage. So with Daka, I can see that being like a really great weapon. Mm-hmm. But that's not the only weapon that it has. Well, it doesn't have.
all right, Columbo.
All right, so
let's
so
keep
what's
going.
what's the next weapon? Is it a pistol, right?
So it has a grot blaster. So the grot in the back can shoot always, all the time, with +1 ballistic skill, and a guy inside can throw a grenade. So it has like a couple other weapons, but its most important weapon is its engine.
Yes,
So
I was very excited and misread this part.
Yep.
So you look at the profile and you're like, oh, okay, it's got a Burna exhaust, which is an 8-inch range assault D3 strength 4 flamer, effectively, an auto
It's
hit.
like whatever.
Okay, cool. And then I look at the equipment. I go, oh, it doesn't just have one Burna exhaust; it has 4. So it fires 4 D3 flamer shots, and it's not as quite as fast as the shock jump dragsta, so it only moves 12 inches. But if you advance it, you're looking at, you can just advance and shoot every single weapon that it has.
Yeah.
And just blow stuff away, which is just amazing. And it has a spiked ram. So if you charge stuff on a 4+, it does D3 mortal wounds.
Which is just wonderful.
That is so cool against big stuff.
So seeing these rules for these two wagons, I know we've moved away from Speed Freaks and onto 40K here, but I am so excited to see the rules for the other buggies.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of
man.
people were
Yeah.
like talking shit about the fact it was just like different flavors of buggies released, But seeing these two, am I excited for the other ones?
They fit different holes in
Right.
your army. You know,
even though like we were joking, they were like, "Oh, Danny got that one," and I really like. They're both amazing.
Like a unit, and also, so the shock jump is 6. The custom boom blaster is 5. Now,
power level.
Power level.
Yeah.
Right.
So typically speaking, you can kind of extrapolate points from those a little bit. So like usually it's 1 power point is equivalent to roughly 20 points, give or take a few points.
Mm-hmm.
So that being said, the custom boom blaster for like 100 points for an 8 wound model at toughness 6 is pretty solid, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Like especially if you
I mean,
had,
it's no Redemptor Dreadnought, but you know.
well, imagine
No, it's half the cost.
Oh yeah, 2 of them would totally be better than a Redemptor Dreadnought.
I mean, if you zoomed it up the table, right, and just like flamered some units, like some chaff or whatever, you could flamer off like that's 3 of them. That's 12d3
the heroic
shots.
32 would be dead.
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the hope.
So they can get to the good fight.
Yeah, but and this is kind of like as I said, we like Danny and I just said, orc boys aren't chaff. So if you have these flying up the table and you have like 60 boys behind them, you can't ignore the dragsters because they're going to screw up your lines.
Yep,
Sure.
they're going to destroy all your objective
You
holders.
can't ignore the boys because if you ignore the boys by shooting at the dragsters, then they're going to really screw up your lines.
Yep.
It's just like the different. It's kind of a shift in how orcs play, and I really like it. Where before when I was playing orcs, like I was like, okay, this is how I'm building. This is my unit type, and it felt sort of mono build. And I know there's kind of like different ways to play and build orcs, but outside of like kind of like weird random things, like occasionally I take a gargantuan squiggoth for shits and giggles.
Sure.
Like it's very
It's not a
set.
It's not occasionally. Every single chance you have to
Every
take one
time
of
I
those,
take one, I do
not,
take one.
It's
Danny and I are taking part in a team tournament. We're like, hey, let's play orcs. I'm like, okay, here's my gargantuan squiggoth. And you're like, it's garbage. And I'm like, okay, here's my gargantuan squiggoth.
I heard you the first time.
I heard you the first time. Let's go. But like seeing how these 2 dragsters fit in with the orc army, it's a real kind of diverse option, and it's so good. The only thing that really bugs me is like $150 a shock jump dragster. I know that's a really shitty thing to say, but
I honestly believe that this is a fantastic kit for somebody who's interested in Speed Freaks. You get
Because it's a cool game. Like
well, you get 2 good models that are going to be 100 and 120 ish estimated. Plus, you get 6 bikes.
right.
Right.
Yeah. Each
So
player gets
you're-
3 war bikes.
And Speed Freaks can take bikes as troop choices or not. I can't remember how that works.
no, I think there's going to be fast attack. I think the days of things moving slots
Are mostly
is
gone. Yeah.
So,
So
like,
You can take an outrider though.
yeah.
Yeah, so you end up with an outrider. There's going to be you can take the boss knob on a
Yeah.
bike,
The trike.
on the trike. So you have 5 bikes. You got that. You just sort it out.
Another gorgeous model,
Oh,
by the
man.
way.
Yeah, I can't wait to
That
Yeah,
boss
and
knob on the
these
trike.
are all fast attack. These are fast attack choices, both of those. So you got, boom, right there. You got an outrider detachment
Right.
to fit in. So you could just immediately start playing with whatever that adds up to. I don't know. It's like 110 points or something for all the orcs because they're cheap and probably going to be the.
Well, bikes are
OP
like 30
shit.
are like 30 points apiece almost.
DACA, the DACA guns are ridiculously good.
Yeah, 6 shots a model seems cool.
Yeah.
It-
Yeah.
With DACA, right?
With DACA.
These show power 4 for how many bikes?
3.
Yeah. So, yeah, about 80 points for 3 of them or something like that.
Like I said, they're really point sufficient, the bikes. And they surprise people because, well, I haven't played them in 8th, but in 6th and 7th when they were twin link DACA guns, the amount of shots that actually end up hitting was ridiculous.
And now it's roughly the same, right? Because
Oh, 'cause
you
you're just
have
double shots, right?
6 shots, right?
Yeah.
And it's a little bit better
Well,
because of
DACA,
DACA.
DACA gun is Assault 3
But they have 2 DACA guns.
Mm-hmm.
and can be swapped out for other stuff, though.
No, you get to keep all that
No,
stuff.
so you keep the DACA guns and you just add power claws.
Yeah, the DACA guns are like on the side of the bike.
Yeah, I'm just saying it looks like you swap stuff out here. And the build for the I'm looking at the build stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Whatever.
It's
Always keep your DACA guns, kids. That's how it should be. As it was, as it should be, as it will be.
want to see
What the fuck was that?
Fuck, I don't know, some
I
kind
don't know.
of seminary prayer, some stuff like that. Who knows? But yeah, Speed Freaks is up for pre-order today. If you like orcs, I completely recommend it. Inside every box is a handwritten apology to orc players about their feelings for Orktober.
Because y'all are so sensitive about it.
But that's only on ones that are pre-ordered this week.
Yeah, it has to be pre-ordered.
And you have to email GW and said that Mob Rules made you pre-order it.
It's actually a handwritten note by Andy Smiley, John Blanche.
John
Dan
Blanche actually
I will
drew.
tear it up.
They're listening right now, Danny.
Yeah.
Why do you got to be like that?
Yeah, the GW intern who has to listen to us was hard at work writing apology notes.
I'm
Dripping with sarcasm. I'm so sorry.
God, that your book didn't come out. That came out or with didn't come out for order like the same month that we said it would. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
I don't even know where I was going. Yeah, but anyway.
Hey, it's going to come out for pre-order on the 27th, which means that technically it'll still be have
probably,
released.
yeah,
during
right?
the date.
And I said
that's
that to
the
you
rumor.
guys that the kind of like the way GW works their releases is they don't count when things actually release as a release date. It's the pre-order date, which matters to them. So and we kind of talked about it at the start of the month. We're like, yeah, looking at the calendar, everything's going to come out on the 27th.
Well, yeah, Speed Freaks is out on the 20th.
Yeah.
And then the Codex and probably one of the other buggies or two, maybe the War Track, the
I think all of it.
trike. Nah, they space that stuff out, man. They'll space.
I bet it'll be a couple weeks.
Squig Vember is on the way.
Squeak Vember.
That's when isn't that supposed to be GSC in November?
Oh God, no.
I don't think so.
No, I'm preparing myself. I have a Photoshop folder of whining Gene Stealer player memes ready to go.
Yeah.
I'll be deployed at
They're
any
just all
moment.
pictures
I can't
of me
wait.
with
excited.
a top bubble.
Oh yeah, I'm starting a Gene Steel Code Army.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's exciting.
the worst army in 40K.
Yeah. Do you want to see my shocked face?
Dave, you
That's
do
just
some
fucking-
amazing radio.
You're welcome. I mean, let's be honest, Danny. You got every army started.
Yes.
Yes.
No comment.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let's take a break, and when we come back, we're gonna talk about something else. Probably no demons this time, though.
Earl Hagen was a legend. In 1960, he whistled his way into Hollywood and into our hearts. Decades later, he made a comeback, lending those lustrous lips in the 1980s to such bands as the Scorpions, Guns N' Roses, and Pat Benatar. A half-century after his humble beginnings, he's at it again. This time without cumbersome musical accompaniment, he'll have you wetting your whistle and whistling along. His new album, Earl Whistles Disney, is sure to be a hit with all generations. Order now and receive a bonus album, Earl Whistles More Shit, a collection of previously unreleased material of Earl's favorite songs through the years. On this bonus album, he demonstrates his newly mastered technique of inward whistling. Order yours today on compact disc or double-length cassette. Also available at fine retailers such as Walgreens, CVS, and participating Sam Goody stores. Earl Whistles Disney. Buy it today.
What I was researching.
Dude, aren't you ready to
how
go?
be
Oh
part of
man, what the
narrative
hell?
campaigning.
It's not like we just sat and watched this board process for
Besides,
like
it's-
5 minutes behind the scenes. And it's not like I pressed record and didn't tell anyone and just yelled at you.
Ah, that's exactly what it's like. Thanks, Ted.
I saw the signs.
It's like he was here.
Oh, wow.
Haunted
Oh,
by the
wow.
spirit of Ted.
Wow.
If you're in the Anchorage area,
Yeah, that's
You too can
There
get
he is
haunted.
again.
It's like ghosts. So we said we were going to talk about demons, but I wanted to shift gears and kind of like change stuff up. Danny and I are about to embark on a narrative journey with some of our friends, and Danny's organized a narrative campaign for us.
Yeah, I'm super excited about this.
Yeah.
It'll
Yeah.
be cool to like take off the competitive player hat for a minute and put on the fun player hat.
Oh, let me tell you how hard that was. Why didn't you go over some kind of the base details about it?
So, what we decided is we were going to kind of base it on like a campaign seasons style. So each season will be worth a certain number of points for the player who wins the season. basically whatever place they get is the inverse in the amount of players. So we have 8 players who are playing in this campaign. You have to play the same army the whole time. You can't switch armies. And you can't take allies unless you are allowed to take allies, which is limited in scope.
Like single book armies, pretty much.
Pretty much, yep. So you can only bring what you want. Or I'm sorry, you can only bring one army that you have to pick at the start and you have to stick with for the entire campaign.
So what in this actually is defined as so what are the factions if you're 8?
So
roughly?
for example, for me,
Obviously he's playing Eldar, big
Right.
surprise.
Yeah, but not just Eldar. He's playing a Latok Eldar.
right. So I had to specify at the start of the
literally
campaign.
the same thing that he's always playing.
But at the same time, I can switch it out. So, like, if halfway through the campaign, if I'm switching to more jetbikes based on what my opponent's doing, I can't switch my craft world to Samhain.
Or you can't bring Inari.
Yeah, or I can bring it
Or Dark Eldar allies for Vect, or Harlequin allies for...
Well, I mean, so Space Marines, no Imperial Guard, basically.
Right.
The question.
And so Taylor's playing... So we have John playing Latok, Taylor playing Cadians. Let's see, we have Aaron
He
playing...
just got a creed, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah.
A special character... That's another thing. We'll talk about special characters in a
Okay.
minute. Aaron is playing Thousand Suns, and we've allowed him to summon demons in his games, but not take them
That's
in his
narrative.
list, which is totally cool. Yeah, I love that. By paying reinforcement points.
Right.
So he doesn't just get them for free. Let's see what else. Nate is playing Space Wolves. We have a guy named Matt who's playing Black Templars, and we've approved a limited reworking of the Black Templar rules for some new units and war gear and warlord traits and stuff that he can take if he wants to.
Danny, you didn't let him know that we have access to the Black Templar Codex
Oh, we can't talk about that until...
December.
Dave,
You did.
you're going to ruin our NDA.
Can't
Stop.
talk about that until March 2019.
Can't talk about that until never.
We're
So-
currently playtesting it, and we're throwing off the Black Templar matter because we're terrible at Space Marines, Dave.
You know what? It's
So people are
I
like,
don't know
man,
why you
these
said it
units
was
suck.
March.
I
You know full well
Oh,
it's-
they're so
it's
overpowered.
next October. It's when it's Black Templober.
I heard it
something
was
like
Black
that, right?
Templar.
Yeah, it's Black April R, and it releases. It releases April 1st, 2019.
It's so light and fluffy, and all of a sudden so salty and evil.
He's so serious.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, so getting back to it, let's see. So who else did I miss? Is that everybody?
We
Except
got Aaron, Taylor, Nate, myself, you, Danny. You're playing as well.
I'm playing Gene Stealer Cult with the option to eventually take some Tyranid models.
I was thinking about playing in your narrative campaign, but then
Yeah.
you took the one thing that I was going to take, which was Gene Stealer Cult.
Oh,
Well,
sorry.
there's this wonderful thing I heard where people can have the same army.
Nope. It's like when you do a mob rule style paint off, and everybody chooses a faction, and then they stick with that faction.
That's it, Danny. There's 6. There's 6 of us.
But I thought there was 8.
Nope, there's 6. There's myself with Altalk, Aaron with Thousand Suns, you with Gene Stealer Cult, Matthew with Black Templars, Nate with Space Wolves, and Taylor with Cadians.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so
you-
6 people.
You definitely want an even number, though, right?
Oh,
Because
for
if you have-
sure.
If you have an odd number, then you get somebody is not playing or somebody's playing 2 games.
Right,
it's
and then
just-
you get weird team stuff going on when we have like some multiplayer games, and yeah. So Nate is in charge of writing the actual missions.
Mm-hmm.
I just had to come up with the baseline rules. So in addition to picking your army, you also have to pick three choices for your supreme command, and so these are like little. They're not detachments, but they're like little blocks of army that you have to take, and they can get better as the game goes on. So you have to pick an HQ, and then you can pick one of any other slot and take a unit of that, and that's like that HQ's bodyguard. And so he has to accompany that HQ every single game, and you have to take at least one of your supreme commander choices every single game.
Okay, and this is something that you pre-set up. So basically, you got the battle before your narrative force. Excuse me, your narrative force drops. You've got Commander A, Commander B, and Commander C standing around the table, going, "All right, I'm going down. This mission suits me better."
Right, exactly.
So for example, for my guys, I
Just
have
3 avatars.
3 avatars of Kane.
So I tried to get like 3 separate like aspects of how the army would work, so it would make sense. So like 3 different play styles. So I have Danny was very nice because your special character ruler, Danny. Why don't you real quick go over that?
Okay, so you can't take a special character normally in games, but some special characters we're going to allow to be part of the Supreme Command. For instance, like Eldar, if you take a Phoenix Lord, you can take him as part of your Supreme Command, but his bodyguard has to be his aspect.
Well, that only makes sense.
So,
Right,
for example, one of my Supreme Commands, I have Azerman and a squad of 9 Dire Avengers and a Wave Serpent, just as kind of their transport there. So that means in some of my games, I have to take like that whole block. And so for me, that kind of fits. Like when I imagine Azerman walking into the battle, like surrounded by Dire Avengers, it kind of invokes Darth Vader walking along with stormtroopers. Like a really slow, purposeful walking march forward, like shooting. Sorry, Dave, you're gonna say.
No, I don't think Dire. I guess Vader is then.
But that kind of Imperial March style is kind of what I see with Azerman and Dire Avengers kind of walking forward.
It's weird because when I hear Eldar, I hear kind of more clown type music.
I don't have that lined up. Shit.
I know you don't. That's why I said it.
Well, they're not Harlequins.
I know, but I'm just saying, I could picture that.
That was a
easier.
lie. He had that music.
I had it lined up the whole time. But I can't pick outside my codex, so no, they won't be walking up like clowns. So for my second Supreme Command, I've chosen an Autarch on a jet bike, mainly because I just converted up a really rad Autarch in a jet bike model.
You did?
And
looks good.
Sounds cool.
I love how it looks. And then I chose a squad of Shining Spears to go along with him, mainly because, and again, and like Danny was saying, kind of taking our competitive player hats off, super hard for me to be like, okay, because I'm looking at it, I was like, okay, so I'm going to take an Autarch and this and this and this, and then this will be great. But when I was trying to make these, I'm like, okay, what would make sense to accompany this person? So for me, it didn't make sense for me to have this Autarch and a jet bike. He would have to be accompanied by something that could kind of keep up with him. Regular jet bikes, I don't feel denote the kind of bodyguard like that. So I chose a unit of Shining Spears because to me that denotes a bodyguard level unit.
So and this was pre-FAC, right?
No, this was post-FAC.
You really did take off your competitive hat.
Well, like I said, I was like, if I was an Autarch and a jet bike, and I looked around my craft world before going around to the battlefield and went, you, come with me, who would I point at? So
Probably not me or Danny. We're not very fast.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe if I had a jet bike.
Maybe if you had a jet bike. I think it'd work pretty well.
You look like big Porkin on a...
Thanks, Dick. Just say it looked like Porkins. God, whatever, man.
I couldn't get out the
I don't have
speeder
like
thing from
hamburger
Endo.
wrappers clogging up my X-wing controls.
Now I have to model a jet bike. With Burger King.
I think at worst Eldar are just fleshy. They never get like Porkins. What an unfortunate name.
That's fair. And then for my third command detachment, we kind of negotiated a really cool thing that we can do. Because I knew I was getting the Wake the Dead box. And I wanted to get kind of like a third facet of kind of Eldar. So I had like my Speedy Strike Force with my Autarch and Shining Spears. Kind of like the militaristic aspect warrior thing. Right, with Azerman. So I wanted some kind of Wraith constructs and things like that. Because I have a Wraith Seer that I've had new in bag for like a year now.
That's NIB also.
Oh yeah. So I'm like, I want to use that. But at the same time, it doesn't make sense to deploy a Wraith Seer to me right away to a conflict zone. So I kind of talked to the guys. So I'm going to take the equivalent points value of a Wraith Seer in Warlocks. Because when Warlocks die, their Spirit Stones are transferred into a Wraith Seer. So the idea is I have these Warlocks, and when they die, that will change into a Wraith Seer. Like the souls of these triplets will be kind of moved into a Wraith Seer. And to go along with that, Wraith Blades, because they look amazing.
Agreed.
Yeah, no question there.
And then that's kind of like my thing. So I have like kind of the ghostly like aspect of craft worlds and kind of the reverence and the history in my Wraith HQ. I have my fast speedy strike HQ, and then I have my militaristic kind of occupying force HQ.
Sounds good. What is the points value for playing these games?
It depends on the mission. So
Okay.
we're going to be switching around quite a bit.
Now-
And so you're only allowed to take special characters if the game is over 2,000 points.
All right. So if you have So you select your Supreme Command, your headquarters unit that has to attend, and then from then you just fill out a regular detachment, or
Yep.
So like if I was taking a battalion, I would like my Shining Spears would go in the fast attack slot, my Autarch would go in the HQ slot.
they
and
just
then-
wouldn't be their own separate special
Yeah,
detachment?
no, it's not their own
No.
special detachment.
So and then everything else would kind of fill in around.
Okay.
So that's something exciting for kind of like some structure to list building. It's kind of exciting to kind of get to see as well. I know a couple of us were talking, like we're super hyped for it. So Nate was like, "Oh, I got to finish writing on missions. Go ahead and wait." And then me and Taylor were like, "Hey, let's do some little 500-point skirmishes and kind of things
cool.
like that."
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll kind of get some stuff going. I'm thinking just having some wave serpents drive alone and be ambushed.
Nice.
And
That
just
sounds
kind of
like- that
along,
sounds
you know,
rad.
like ways to just explain why my guys are there. Why we're sticking around. Maybe somewhere in the jungle, like a wave serpent carrying an ancient relic was, taken down, and I need to go and find it. Stuff like that there. So yeah,
And I can't wait for your write-up.
we're super excited, and I kind of get really jazzed for these write-ups and things like that. I've kind of got focused on how to win recently, so it's kind of nice to go back to picking for fun.
All right, so here's the thing.
Okay.
All right. You remember when we did the Tale of Gamers, the Alaskan Gamer's Tale? Right?
Yeah.
And you wrote up your Imperial Fists versus whatever it was, Ted's Flesh Terrors.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to need you to write this up
Okay.
and then just record the audio of you reading it, Toby Longworth style, and we'll release those short little things on everything that happens.
Yeah, we can probably do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
like
sounds cool.
like a 5-minute reading.
Shit, how much do you expect me to write? I feel like a 30-second recap. And lo, the Eldar came down, and they were shot to shit by the Imperial Guard.
Oh, you have to
Many soul stones were recovered that day.
you can't just. That's got to be the end of it. You got to start off with.
No, dude, you've never seen my turn ones when I'm using just jet bikes. It's not pretty.
Azurman deploys to recover the Wave
Azurman
Serpent.
deploys heroically at the front of the battle line in front of the Imperial Guard.
Well, then you cut to a bunch of sound effects of just gunfire from D-Day stuff and some screaming, probably a lot of Wilhelm screams, and then it comes back.
Yeah, but we'll be definitely following along with this campaign. Danny's squared up some kind of really nice background for the planet. We kind of like wrote in it's kind of newly discovered now that the warp has kind of fucked the galaxy in half.
So the planet disappeared in a warp storm in like M32, and it was kind of like a vault planet where like the Imperium would take any of its conquest, like any of the things that it got during the Crusade, like alien technology or weapons or even prisoners.
So do you think this planet could have some demons on it?
Oh, absolutely,
Absolutely not.
absolutely.
It may or
it
may
could.
not.
Probably doesn't have any demons on it, though.
I mean,
So this segment still doesn't have anything to do with demons?
it has no outwardly discernible demons.
Yeah, so still no demons. Sorry, guys.
There
Just
may be
clowns.
Eldar.
This podcast better be labeled Demons, Demons, and More Demons. episode 782.
Oh no, I'm gonna go
83.
for that clickbait Speed Freaks title. Don't you worry. But yeah, Danny,
smart.
continue with
Yeah.
your.
Sure. What am I talking about? Like the planet?
Yeah, the planet.
Not
Okay.
demons, that's all I know.
So it was also used as a prison, like a vault to hold like malefic artifacts and things like that as well. But
Okay.
no demons.
Like any Alpha Plus level psychers.
maybe.
Maybe
Nice.
some warlord
little kid.
titans.
So basically, everybody has a reason to get there, right? Because there's all kinds of relics to loot. So as your commander does heroic things, chart of heroic things to be determined, they can get experience points and use those to either up their abilities or get like special relics or that kind of stuff. So there'll definitely be some progression.
Like John's taking Azurman, so it seems to me like he would be not really able to up, or really wouldn't up. I mean, as a special character.
I could see Azurman, as time goes on, becoming more proficient with the body that he's stolen.
Mm-hmm.
Because he steals some poor Exarch's body.
Right.
So
and this
he's
is a
like
fairly
Wild Cherry Bill then?
Yeah, he's exactly
and
like
this is a
Wild Cherry
fairly
Bill.
new Azurman
Sure, to start with.
to start with.
Yeah, but the skills, you know what?
Narrative.
Yeah.
Maybe he just
Yeah, just-
upgrades.
No, not
maybe he just
stomping on the
upgrades
narrative.
his
It was
dire
more of
Avenger
a-
squad around him.
Sure.
Yeah.
Maybe
Maybe he gives them a 3+ invulnerable.
Yeah, or
Just
maybe
shitballing here.
Maybe
Danny.
he gives them auras, like different things,
Yeah.
like Overwatch on 4s.
Once a battle. Dave's having fear memories. Sire Avenger Overwatch.
Oh, he's got a fear boner now too. This is awful.
That's not what your wife said.
No,
You were afraid of my wife? Me too. Me too.
Yeah, that's the narrative campaign we're running. Or Danny and Nate are running, and I'm just kind of bumbling along with. I'm definitely going to be keeping.
I kind of wish I was doing it now, but I would have to find 2 people to join in.
Yeah.
And also,
You mean one person?
Yeah.
well, yeah.
Because you would be one of those people.
No, I would just be the puppet master from behind.
Unless you wanted to find yourself. That's often where you're located.
Why don't you ask Cody?
Yeah, bully your little boy in there.
I know Cody doesn't listen to the podcast, so I'm going to go ahead and tell you this. It took me a month and a half to get him as far along built on 1,000 points of Death Watch as he is right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's I don't think distractions is going to work.
Or you could ask Tyson.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah, so we're super hyped.
Damn.
Tyson isn't a narrative guy.
Yeah, he is.
No. No,
Okay,
he's a fluff guy, not a narrative guy. Like, he would still be trying to crank out the...
You son of a bitch.
I'm just going to play sound so you shut up. God, not having an argument
Yeah.
on a international podcast about if one local player you've both known for years is narrative or not.
Don't tell us what to talk about.
Yeah. You're not my mob daddy.
Mob daddy, Jesus Christ. All right, we're going to take...
What is this, a swing dance?
We're gonna take a quick. We're gonna take a quick break and come back. Maybe if they haven't murdered me with swing dance.
If you're in the Anchorage area and need your hobby fix, head on down to Tier 1 Cards and Games. Whether it's 40K, X-Wing, Attack Wing, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Dragon Ball, Pokemon, War Machine, Age of Sigmar, Malifaux, or even Magic, the Gathering kind, not the Siegfried and Roy kind, Tier 1 Cards and Games has the space, the players, and products for you to build your forces and destroy your foes. Not in Alaska? Enjoy our snow suckers. We've got none. And while you're stuck inside, check out Tier 1's live Twitch stream at www.twitch.tv/Tier1Cards. Streaming ITC format, 40K starting at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on the last Saturday of every month.
And we're back after a very mature, grown-up ad break where I didn't spray Dave's water with spray paint.
Or my super awesome Hulk Hogan poster that you're totally jealous of.
So
I feel like
jealous.
that whole spray was just a way to ruin the poster since I got it and you didn't.
Can you put that up somewhere where it features prominently in your videos?
It's going to be in the next video.
Oh, Joe will be so happy about that.
That's
Well,
all.
Joe doesn't watch the video,
But he might.
That's all I really want, Dave. I don't care if I get the poster or not. I just want it featured prominently, brother.
Man, what an awesome musician.
I can promise you.
Oh my gosh, what an awesome musician.
Yeah.
Paul Hogan, Crocodile Dundee. Hey, so that's been another very lucid episode of Mob Rules, where we're very direct, very narrative driven.
Hey, I have a shout out I want to make before we leave.
Yeah.
Oh, is that
Shit.
okay?
Yeah, shit.
I mean,
Okay. Whew.
Who are we to stop here?
Pre-planned. Okay, go. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, so I started listening to a new competitive podcast called Best in Faction. That's run by a couple of guys in the Northwest, Mitch Pelham and Colin Sherman. And I joined their Patreon battalion. They are awesome guys. Like like the content of the podcast is great if you want to learn more about playing competitively, and they do a really good job of recapping tournaments that they've attended and the games that they have played. So, really a great podcast with good content. They're kind of up and coming. So if you want something to check out, that's definitely something to listen to after you listen to Mob Rules, obviously.
Of course.
I was going to say, if they're listening here, they're not going to go looking there.
Well, that's where they would go for actual advice. Dave, I'm going to bully you into a plug now.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and plug MJ's, which just hosted the spooky tournament run by our buddy Joe Peterson. MJ's out in the valley. They've got older stuff and newer stuff, weird eclectic stuff you wouldn't expect to find, like a Carnifex brood.
Oh, man.
It's pretty amazing. And they offer your standard discount, like all the stores that aren't officially GW. So,
Which is nice.
Pretty rad.
Yeah.
All right. Well, cool. Well, this has been Mob Rules.
Anything you want to plug today, John?
Oh, fuck no.
Okay,
I'm
that's
not
fair.
a corporate slut. I don't just randomly plug people. No, shit.
Yeah, that's what your wife says.
Well, it's because it's not random. It's specific.
I mean, it doesn't stop him from wanting to.
Yeah. Hey, thanks Puppet War for shining spears. I'm going to break in a week and a half. I guess that's my plug. I bought shining spears from Puppet War.
Shining spears. Okay, I thought you were just
And they
having a
broke?
stroke.
Oh no! I think they will break very quickly once I get them attached and on. But I like the newer jet bikes, and I don't like the older jet bikes.
That makes sense.
So I want to make pretty shining spears. So I have 16 of those
You
on
were
the
saying
way.
Puppet of War.
Puppet War,
Okay.
the third-party European company. So thanks. But hey, for Mob Rules, I've been John.
I've been Dave.
I've been Danny.